So today is supposed to be my day off. And originally this past Tuesday was supposed to be my day off, but I just kept pushing it one day further because it's been really nice out and I want to train at this new gym. So instead of taking the day off, I'm going to train and I'm just going to push through this whole week and work out, because next week I'm going to take off Tuesday because I have an Army PT test on Wednesday, which I want to rest up for. And then my buddy is coming down from Pennsylvania later in the week, so I'm sure we'll be in Austin most of the weekend and really not training much. So kind of just working hard this week and then chilling out a little bit next week. But I'm about to show you some clips of last night's training session for shoulders and arms, which went really, really well. All my weights are going up pretty good. And then today is a squat workout. And since it's pretty nice, it's like 60 degrees, I want to use that outdoor squat rack. So looking forward to that and hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so getting into last night's shoulder and arm workout. Shoulder and arm day is like one of my favorite days of the week because it takes me back to like bodybuilding roots. Just getting a pump, getting a lot of volume in, and then I like incorporating the overhead press for that one compound movement. But in today's overhead presses, I was working with 195 for 4 sets at about 4 reps, which is an improvement from my last workout of 185 pounds. I don't want to say I'm getting stronger just from that one workout, because this is the first time in this gym that I've been using overhead presses. And you know, when you're in a new gym, the weights are different. It's different from the barbells, the dumbbells. These dumbbells are more old school era than the newer ones I was previously using. So there's a lot that goes into it that you can't really account for right away. But at the end here, you're going to see some clips of my bicep workout and incorporating blood flow restriction training. So what you do with blood flow restriction training is you take some sort of band, and what I use is knee bands or knee wraps, and you tie it off above the limb. So either on the arms, right under like the armpit, or on the legs, you can use it for the quad, right up under the groin, or the calf, right under the knee. And what it does is like what it says, it restricts blood flow to your muscles and stimulates muscle growth. I've used this in the past, and the way you want to use it is typically at the end of your workout, and you're only going to use it on your limbs, so arms or legs. And you want to use lightweight and use like 30-second breaks in between. The thing with the blood flow restriction training, which I like, is you can use it at the end of your workout, you get a good pump, you get a really burning feeling. It actually hurts to a certain extent. And you can also use blood flow restriction training if you're injured or you're in a deload. So I didn't incorporate this in my last deload because I just started incorporating this blood flow restriction training again. But this is something I used to do when I was in college, and I saw a lot of benefit from it. And right here is my last set. So my arms are absolutely just pumped, and if I was leaner, you would see vascularity like no other. So if you think this might work for you, try incorporating it. You just need some bands and tie it off pretty tight. So just from the feedback I've been getting from you guys on my recipe videos, and I realize you guys love all the stuff I make, but some of it might not fit your macros. So what I'm going to start trying to do more often is make things that can fit your macros, whether you're on like low carb, low calorie, or you have like 700 grams of carbs a day. So I'm gonna make a lower carb, I mean, it's not super low, but all you need is 1 serving of pancake mix, and it's gonna be a pancake, and it's actually a protein pancake without protein powder. So maybe you'll enjoy this. I used to make this in college all the time when I was dieting for my bodybuilding competition, and it like just killed all cravings for pancakes. So I'll show you how to make this, and I'll do a little taste test. So not only is this lower in carbs and calories, but it is low in fat as well, because I'm going to use 1 serving of fat-free cottage cheese, half a cup of egg whites, a little bit of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. And the reason you see me use coconut flour in a lot of my recipes is, for 1, it adds volume, and 2, it adds a lot of fiber. So I believe per serving there are 5 grams of fiber. 1 serving of pancake mix, and you can actually leave this out of the recipe if you want, but I always keep it in, and then a little bit of almond milk. Then you're just gonna mix that up and make pancakes with it. So I tried a little bite without syrup just to see how it tastes. And I honestly can eat these without syrup. Like, they're probably better without syrup. They're so good. These are almost better than regular pancakes. So Try that out if you're on poverty macros. So this morning for PT, we did a 4-mile run at like probably a 7:30, 8-minute pace, so it wasn't too bad. But it'll be interesting to see how that affects my leg workout today, because typically I don't, do a bunch of cardio before hitting a high volume leg workout, especially on squats. But what happened today is we started with 150 people on this run, and it's very rare that we do a run with a formation that size, but it was just a company formation on a Friday to build a esprit de corps and stuff. And started with 150 people, and we start running, and instantly people were like falling out to the side, walking. They got too tired and stuff. And we're running, and there's a guy next to us, an NCO, calling off to the commander how many numbers we have in the formation still, because people were dropping, and that he could keep accountability. I wish you could see Leroy right now. He could land his head on my lap. But as we're running, we're dropping more and more people. We ended up losing 131 people in the run. 4 miles in 30 minutes. We ended up with 19 people left in that run. I was one of them. But it made me think, the entire time I was thinking, and it just kind of made me angry, the thought of why people quit. And when I'm running, I need to focus on something, because I can't just think about running. Because what I do is I'll start counting numbers. I'll count from 1 to like 1,000 if I let myself. So I try to think about things. And thinking of the thought of quitting kind of let me keep my mind preoccupied. And it just like blew my mind that someone, like in your mind, you decide that you can't physically make it 20 more minutes to the finish line. You know it's going to end at some point. PT never goes above an hour. So you know at the worst case scenario, it's going to be only an hour. And like you can relate this to fitness, life, anything you're doing right now. And I can like proudly say that I can't remember the last time I quit something. I've ended things like, I ended hockey one season, I need to go back and do it. That's not quitting, that's just not doing it again. And, quitting is a weird, I was thinking about the word quitting, to quit. Like, that is a weird word, to quit. But like, I think when you do quit something, people remember that. I think I remember more quitters than I do the people that succeed, because if someone quits and they come to me asking for a job, or they come to me asking me to help them on a project or something, I'm pretty much not going to trust them, because they quit before. And you kind of get that stereotype and that stigma on you where you're a quitter. And what I'm trying to say is, if you have the option, why quit? It's got to end at some point. No matter what you are doing, it's going to end. And if you quit, you will feel 1,000 times worse than you would have if you just would have put yourself in that uncomfortable situation like running. Running for maybe 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles is uncomfortable, but that feeling is so much better than the feeling of like seeing people that succeeded and you quit and knowing that they surpassed you. So like, I don't know, I've experienced a lot of things with quitting since Ranger School, because in Ranger School people quit all the time. And I personally wanted to quit multiple times, but I just didn't, because I couldn't bring myself to do it. But in Ranger School, they call it an LOM, a lack of motivation. So if you quit, they're going to say, so you're an LOM, you have a lack of motivation to finish this school, to finish this course, you're giving up on it. And I think that makes it a lot worse when they call it a lack of motivation rather than quitting. But I did see a lot of people quit in Ranger School, and then I saw them when I graduated, and they completely regretted making that decision to quit, because that'll haunt them the rest of their military career. That hurts them as a lieutenant, which most of them were, and it's just something they can't go back and redo, which really is unfortunate, because Ranger School is such a great opportunity for anyone doing the military. So what I'm trying to say is, don't quit. Whatever it is, as bad as it gets, it'll eventually end, and just be uncomfortable for a little bit, because like when you're done, you'll feel so much better about yourself. So hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and tomorrow is the 10,000 calorie challenge, not the 20,000 calorie challenge. So I have some good recipes up my sleeve, and I hope you enjoy it.